OP with a beautiful shot, knocks on Oways with a bolt action, and that's going to be first blood being drawn by Jyanmara.
That was quite unfortunate where Bhishma missed that shot on Scout, considering he's one of the best DMR players I know of, at least in the South Asian region. But I guess, Blade, this is just their nerve speaking. They look so down. Their morals are so low. They really need a good game. They really need a chicken dinner. And as to say, with at least those 10-12 kills so that they can say, hey, we've not lost our edge, or we can get back at it. But Team Synergy, this time they've spotted down the members of Team Soul. Like we say, these guys are all coexisting amongst themselves. They know they've got all their individual compounds. They just have to play zone by zone. They just have to make sure they're in the right position at the right time.
Indeed they are, but as we do head to the we still have a few seconds before the circle starts closing, and the interesting thing is, apart from the unfortunate death we witnessed earlier on the parachute, haven't had any casualties yet. Viper is just showing his head, just showing a little bit, a sliver, a pixel of his head. Also, I have a question for you. This has been confusing me for a while right now. So when you're away from the game, you say AFK?
Yep.
Yeah, but if you're playing PUBG Mobile, you don't have a keyboard. So can it be called AFK, or it should be
AFM?
AFP, AFM? Yeah. Am I onto something here? I don't know.
I mean, you could just be the one who invented it. Like, no one has termed this no one has coined this term ever before. But talking about Team Tamil Nadu.
This is what happens when you're in lockdown and you're just lying in bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and you're like, AFK, that doesn't make sense for PUBG Mobile. Anyway, Fixes, you had a thought there. Please do feel free to share it.
Team Tamilas, man. Like, what is their game plan going to be, provided they've lost Mandy? They have not been doing good so far across the day. They still have Mr. Spray. They still have Carry. These guys have been, promising this half striker. But then again, Maxi needs to deliver. Mandy has created that whole void inside Team Tamilas that needs to be really, really fixed, because they do not have a lot of days to spare. They've just got 16 games, out of which they've already played 3 games, and this is the 4th one. So they have to do something out of ordinary to try and get back into the league, at least make it to the finals.
Please make it to the finals, indeed. So, like you said, there are 2 battles happening. One for the top 3 spots, which is heating up, and TSM seem to be running away with it right now. Although Orange Rock, they will not be going down without a fight, and still have 4 days and 2 more games today remaining to make that happen. And of course, at the bottom there, you don't want to be one of the teams between the 17th and 20th place, and that's a very, very scrappy battle taking place there. Bad Rev. You know what? But even by the time this tournament ends, I still won't know how to pronounce his name. Some people say it's Badrev, some people say it's Bad Rev. So, you know what?
I think it's Bad Rev. I had been told by a Nepali fan that I think his name is Revant, and it's like a Bad Rev. So I even used to call him out Badrev, but then there were guys messaging on Insta, hey dude, you're just calling it out wrong. And I was like, okay, I'll take my words, and I'll just call him Bad Rev from now on, as we see Team Soul Mortal trying to spot away members of Team INES, but does not shoot. Blay, why do you think that he did not shoot over there? He's shooting now, but it's kind of too late.
Maybe, probably not one giving away the position. Bear in mind, Soul are, like you mentioned, Mortal did say how they're battling for ensuring that they place the top 10, and then you battle it out during the finals. And I feel like for Soul right now, it's about kind of scoping out how teams play, trying to get the confidence going heading into the finals, which they should be, as we do see Austin taking shots, and INES basically painting a target on their backs and just rolling around saying, all right, shoot at us. And Bad Rev, that car is smoking. And I don't mean it's smoking hot. I'm just saying it's smoking, and that's dangerous for health, because that's going to blow up anytime soon. You want to get out of there, and he's going to heed my advice, runs out of there, and that is going to be a death trap avoided for the time being. There's going to be... They seem just running around trying to find some place, some safe area, but at the moment, it's just paranoia, right? You don't know which houses or which compounds are in control with the other teams. And we do see Venom from Team Hype scouting things out, trying to find something, as we have INES' Evil Eye. They finally seem to have found a home. Let me give a little bit of a clap for them. They finally found a home. It's nice, it's cold, it's wintry outside. You're probably hungry. The weather is terrible, and you're like, I'm cold, mommy. I'm so cold. I need some home. And finally, they find their home, and that is a heartwarming moment of the match. Also, because they have lost a player early on, the only team to have suffered the casualty so far.
I mean, they found a home and villa as we speak of. So that's quite a place that they want to stay right now. But yes, talking about the troubles of Team INES, I believe they are a team that has got amazing, amazing individual players. But somewhere at the back of my mind, I still feel that they kind of, not yet blended inside the meta. They do not have those perfect rotations like all these other teams do. Because all these teams, if you speak, they just play by the circle. If they see that, okay, we have this kind of circle, so we are going to go to this compound. And they're not like we will try to search this compound, which is what Team INES is doing right now. And even if there is someone at that compound, all these South Asian teams do compete for it. But INES is still scattering around, just whatever compound is left for us, just give it to us. We are a happy bunch of people. We are satisfied with that. But that's not how it works. As we speak, we have the third airdrop. My favorite weapon coming in, that is the MK14. So I've always asked this to all my fellow casters, Blay, but I'll ask this one to you. Which is your favorite airdrop weapon?
Oh, the AWM.
Okay.
Hands down.
Team XP then.
Yeah, I mean, I've been using the AWN or the AWP, as we used to call it back in the day in Counter-Strike, since 2002. It's been my favorite weapon for 18 years now, and doesn't matter which game it is, as long as I see the big green zoom banger, I'm always going to be going in and picking that up. But talking about going in, it's going to be Team IND against Synergy. This is big. Now, Synergy has got a couple of drops. IND are bleeding out. Snacks is barely alive. He's got a lot of work to do. Strider's going to burn a live trans, though, and that's Molotov. That's fresh kebab inside of the house, and it's definitely going to keep a few people warm and fed at the same time. Strider just healing up. He spots them out. He's going to heal right in time. Gun comes out, but it's going to be the knock coming in. He finds Snacks, and just needs to find one more player for Team IND. They are getting destroyed here as Synergy going in for the hunt. They're looking to put him out of his misery. The one player standing, and I do believe it is Kratos, the god of war, and he will find no more. Just gets the one knock, but that's it. IND get eliminated in the final place. And for Synergy, they do suffer a couple of knocks, but they will keep all four alive. However, in that little bit of a skirmish, a lot of sound has been made, and that means Soul's like, I smell something. I smell blood, and I need me some blood.
I would have loved to see Soul just, ramming their vehicles. This was the perfect opportunity that they could have capitalized on, because Synergy, mind you, is a big fish. Taking them down early in the game will give you not only a good morale boost, but those, good looking points that they can earn. But still, Soul wants to keep the position in, which I wouldn't complain much if I were them over that position. If you talk about their recent performances, they've been off a little bit, but always does find out Mr. Spray. But play Team IND, there's a lot of things going wrong for them. They've been looking so shaky during those 4v4 fights. Take it against any squads. They've been having a lot of trouble. The last game we saw them being troubled over by Team Cells, where MJ, with all those antiques, he did manage to clutch it out. Even in this particular fight, they were not so sure. They were just out of place. Even if we talk about that fight, they had 4 members. Synergy's Sirvi, if I'm correct, was way too off. He was way far. But still, Synergy still held on. They had those nades coming in perfect. They had those Molotovs right over there barbecuing the entire team of IND. And look what has happened. They just eliminated again. And the first team to get eliminated. So Team IND really, really needs to work it out.
We're going to be touching upon that topic, and I do completely agree with you. I think you've hit the nail right on the head there, and they definitely need to up the ante. But right now, we're going to be taking a look at a circle, and then we're going to talk about Team Solo a little bit, because I had a little bit of a thought there, which I was surprised they didn't go for. A circle going to be shrinking in, and right about now, there we go. Perfect circle for a number of the teams. And TSM are, that's looking rough at TSM though. And Orange Rock, they're right outside. It's not too far. The problem is VSG Crawlers and Megastars are right next to them, and that's going to be a problem indeed. I just wanted to touch upon, hold on to that thought. What are you doing, Clutch God? Like, what are you doing, my man? It just drives on in alone. And I guess he was going for an information play, but it wasn't worth it. Was it really worth it? As TSM Entity, what is that? That is just too much. But I want to ask you a question here, Fixes.
Yeah.
Seoul saw the team fight happen. They knew synergy was there.
Yep.
They didn't push. Now, if it was is doing a lot of damage, it's bringing in the hurt. Now, Zigo's going to be waiting for Neo to get into that car. They're going to be putting their pedal to the metal, acceleration on. Jonathan's like, I'm out of here. You guys get onto that vehicle, and then you can follow me. I'm getting the hell out of here, getting the hell out of Dodge, and he has managed to do so. He's in the safe zone right now, but with the circle shrinking in, it shrinks in even further. You can look on the top right corner, and smack in the center is a villa, and that villa is going to be the villa of death.
Oh my god, INES must definitely thank the stars, but Evo, my oh my, this lad is delivering as he takes down Vampire, as he takes down another player. Avi will definitely spot out Viru, who is also knocked at the fray, but Mavi, he has to pull off something magical, but will he be able to do it? That's the question, because looking at this position, I really am very worried about him. Daljeet is also in the open, will get spotted down by TSM Entity, but Mortal being taken down over there by 420 OP, and it'll be getting finished off as well. So TSM Entity, they did avoid a disaster, right? I mean, Clutchgod did lose out on his HP, but still managed to make sure that he passed on this very crucial information that, hey, there's a squad there. Do not go in there. You might just get peppered down. You just might get hammered down, and you might lose your life. And that's a good decision, because TSM Entity still live.
Oh, Daljeet trying to make his way into the zone, and he does it in the nick of time there, just at the edge.
First aids,
he was just slapping on band-aids on a massive gash indeed, but he is finally healed up for the time being. Now, switching over to Fnatic, they have control of that compound, they have control of that house, and this is looking good for them. On the other side, across the land, is going to be, of course, TSM Entity. Now, Mumba. They've been looking rough. We've been talking a lot of smack about them as well, but this is a good opportunity for them to rack up a few kills, try and, get a better position. They're right now 12th place, and for a team to have been in the first place for a couple of days and then drop down to the 12th, that's going to be massive indeed, as we do have Striker with a brilliant nade. Kobe completely destroys Team Celts, and now Soul joining in the party. They are in turn destroying Team Celts. Team Soul destroying Team Celts, as Megastar joins in as well. And Team Celts is just getting destroyed, hammered by everyone. Everyone's taking turns, just taking down Team Celts, as the action is heating up indeed. VSG Crawl is now taking a fight. They're in a very unfortunate position though. CG behind the tree, trying to find something, but he is looking rough as Orange Rock gets eliminated. 14th position. What is even going on? A Striker knocks out VSG Crawlers from Team Pmpl. Finally, a decent showing. Deadeye's guy are also going to get knocked out, and things have gone from bad to terrible for a lot of these teams. Jonathan out there in the open, bullets being rained in by Scout, tapping away calmly, patiently, and things are looking pretty rough in the TSM camp, but Orange Rock, they've sunk like a bag of stones.
Oh, things are looking really bad for Team TSM Entity, as well as they get eliminated so soon. But this is a game of redemption for Team Tamilas, as they're looking so strong. They've already wiped out 2 squads. Jonathan was the last man alive, but what could he have possibly done? Because if he were not getting killed by Team Tamilas...
I'm sorry. I have to ask you. Did he just say, what could he have done, Jonathan?
I mean, he was in a very bad spot, and that was the best position where Scout loves to be. But Gary taking a fight against Jyanmara Gunners, and this is a blunder play.
How did he lose that initial duel? That's terrible. At least a trade does come in from Jyanmara's his teammate, but that should have been a clear knock. He didn't have a weapon out, and now Striker and Carry both down. And it's going to come down to Hax Maxi and Mr. Spray and Maxi to someone make something happen. But Jyanmara, they smell the blood. You can see Chala coming in like a cat, like a panther, about to jump into the fray. And it's going to come in. But instead, he is going to take a little bit of damage and doesn't get knocked down. He finishes off Striker. Son's going to reply by fighting on Maxi, but Team Tamilas going to get knocked out. But at least they get 5 kills. So that's something to take away here, as Owace deals the final blow onto the final member of Team Tamilas. And with that, we're down to 31 players and 9 teams in the server.
But as we speak, Scout has been taken down by 420 OP. So Fnatic will have to play as a three-man squad. Like I was discussing earlier, play or that crosshair positioning by Scout onto it, Jonathan. That is the best range of a Scout, and that is where he prevails supreme. He is one of those best mid-range players, and he would never have let Jonathan pass through. And Regeltos being knocked down, Machine also being taking a dig at Sangwan, and as two members survive for Team Soul, we have to see how they perform. Megastars fall down, and again they're eliminated at the 9th position. Team Soul in whole world of trouble as Viper is the last man that will survive. He has definitely smoked the entire area. Will try to give that res onto his fallen teammate Regeltos, who is having a good run in PMPL as he still maintains that position in the top 10 kill flag fraggers. But will he succeed? That only time will tell.
Time will tell. This INES definitely being the gatekeepers right now for Soul, but at least if res does come in, they'll have time to at least take a breather. The problem is behind them, on their butt, is a team called Jyanmara, and they're uphill as well. And there's going to be a problem. This nade from Bad Rev, he times it, he cocks it, and it is perfection almost. Gets knocked, in fact, does half HP damage onto both the players. And with that, Bad Rev is going to reposition himself. He is aware, he is exposed out in the open. It's going to be always in the meantime, taking the shots. Chala is going to drop Surya from Marcus Gaming. Chala finishing off the job as well as Oasis is going to down 420 OP. He is down, and it's going to be Oasis who finishes him off. And with that, Jyanmara getting eliminated. However, they at least get 5 kills to their name, so that's a little bit of extra points in there on their tally there. Now, the problem for Team Soul, just taking a bird's eye view, let this just soak this in. Fnatic, like the wolves they are, out in the wild. We have Synergy inside the compound. We, of course, have INES, 3 players alive. And this is a team who lost a player at the beginning of the game, mind you. And they still have 3 players in the running. They've done a phenomenal job, a fantastic job doing, trying to be this deep in the game. SK49 is going to be finishing off Max Cash and actually gets another kill. Strider, as he is getting shredded. Synergy in a wall of pain. And now Regeldos and Viper, they're stuck in such a rough spot. The problem is for them, they need to make some move as Ronak is going to fall to his death. I do believe that is unfortunate indeed. He can get res though. And Fnatic, they won this chicken dinner desperately. They're in a very good spot as well, but they just have 2 alive. Now, the question is, do the rest of their opponents know where they are? Because if you look at the teams in the server right now, it's quite few. It's like 2 members alive for a team, 3 members for Jyanmara, 2 for Marcus Gaming. It's very few indeed. But I'm sorry, I have to repeat myself that Jyanmara actually have 4 alive. And that is massive, considering we have only 20 players in the server and 7 teams.
And look at Sonim is still alive, and he wants to take that fight against the dude who I guess is the last member surviving from his squad. But talking about Team Fnatic, as the world is revolving around, they just come down to where they land, and they kind of would be questioning, was that the right decision to move out of Villa as they come in again, but this time without 2 of their teammates, that is Ronak and Scout. Oves will lob that smoke grenade, trying to, rattle Jyanmara players a bit. He wants him to make some movements, and he would want to definitely capitalize upon that. But Jyanmara's gunner is out in the open. He is smelling blood. He does smell Team Fnatic over there. Viper surviving with a slither of HP. Can he pop that first hit? He will. He does have a lot of amount of meds as we speak of, but Bad Rev, he's got other things in mind. He wants this to kill so badly, and Team Soul do acknowledge the fact that he's right above their heads, and will Soul actually make it inside the circle? What do you think, Blay? Things have gotten really, really serious right now, but INES is like, hey guys, we don't want to take you down right now because we've got our own problems and we have to get inside the circle. We need a better spot.
I like that. I like that call right now. They want to play for the placement points. They know how dangerous these 2 players, Viper and Regeltos, can be, and I really can't blame them for it. But the thing for Soul is, they're so paranoid. They're so paranoid this Bad Rev is right next to them. They're not budging yet, as it is a slaughter. Ted and Austin teaming up together to destroy everyone. Sirvi is going to join the party as well, and this is coming down to Gurkha. Is he by his lonesome? I don't think so. He's still there. Bad Rev is going to find Austin in the meantime as INES joins the fray. Sonin from Jyanmara getting the trade onto him though. And for Team Hunt, I do believe it's Gurkha once again left all by his lonesome. Just probably trying his desperate best to stay alive as Ash. He's struggling to stay alive here. And the circle is slowly but surely inching in. Always got to go for the fight. He's going to go for the fight and he's going to get taken down. Jyanmara is going to slap Fnatic out of the server, who get 4 kills at the very least. And now Regal Toss from away. He's got the cover. He's got the zone as well. He's just tickling the feet with bullets though. And when you get tickled with bullets, not feathers, it is quite painful indeed, Fixes.
Yes, absolutely. As Viper has fallen down to the circle, and Synergy does manage to go out in the open, and I think that will be Austin X with that stealing nerves, and the way he just gave that revive onto his teammate, exposed himself, and finally put Soul down to their misery. But INES, this squad has some potential. This is the moment they've been looking for. This is the game that will put them back on the top 16. Jyanmara's players have their guns pinned at the members of Team INES. They've definitely lost Capshi, but Bad Rev still survives. Machine still stands. Evil Eye still stands over there. But Jyanmara, they're looking confused, man. They're like wondering, what do I do right now? Hey, Team INES is there. This is a chicken dinner. This is a chicken dinner that we can take. But Synergy, yes.
Synergy is screwed. They're completely screwed. They can't move. Oh no, that's heartbreaking. There's no way out of here.
Yeah. I mean, they just have to, they just have to pass on those meds.
The thing is, can they stay alive long enough to wait out who wins the battle between Jyanmara and INES is the question here. But Synergy out in the open, it's going to be the fight coming in. Machine is going to be doing a drive-by, and now Machine trying his best to stay alive. He can spot a player right outside. Gunner trying to go in for the rest. Now Machine, is he aware of this question? He's cooking a nade. He's going to time it right. Perfect nade. And that means a heal should not be able to happen. Yes, it will. The Gunner, he's going to push his teammate rather. Sonum's going to push in further. Playson's going to knock out Synergy. And I do believe with that Synergy are going to be down for the count. It's going to be down just to 2 teams, Jyanmara and INES. The battle of the underdogs. Somehow, some way, we find ourselves down to the final 2 teams here as Strider will meet his maker, and it is going to come down to INES. They were the team to lose a player first, and now look at them mowing everyone down. The Machine, he is a death machine, and it's all to the final player left standing. I do believe it's a 2v1 rather, as Chala and Extreme somehow there, and a plays on Drex on Sonim. What is going on? The plays on taking out everyone. It's a heal off, an Evil Eye without having to do anything, just slapping on the bandages. He gives the win to Jyanmara. What a play. INES, it doesn't work out for them. They fought so hard. They were a man down from the beginning, but in the end, it was so very close, but no cigar. Jyanmara get their chicken damn dinner.
Oh my goodness.
Their first one, by the way. They got their first chicken dinner. Fixes. That was a hell of an ending.
That was ludicrous. The pandemonium that was.
First chicken dinner.
It is their first chicken dinner, and for a team who are basically last placed at the moment, that's definitely going to give a big boost to their placement points as well. And bear in mind, this is about battling not to be in the bottom 4.